Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Cooking Tonight. It's been a little bit, but we are going to be doing a full beef brisket. Look at this guy. So I've never done a full brisket. I've only ever done just like a flat, maybe like up to 8 pound flat. So we're going to try our luck with the full brisket here. I'm going to go ahead and trim it up, and then we will get to seasoning it. All right, we got this flipped over to the fat side. We're going to start doing some trimming. So this is a prime brisket from Costco. It was 17.5 pounds pre-trim here. So I haven't done a lot of trimming on a brisket. I'm a little intimidated, but we'll see how it goes here. There is a ton of fat on the edge of this. Like, I don't think I should really have to worry here by going a little bit in. I'm saving all this fat because I think I'm going to do some beef tallow, like make my own. And I'm going to see, if that can really help with the juiciness of the brisket, which everyone says it does. So let's try and stick down here. So let me show you this. I'm going to take this camera here. If you look at like where the meat actually is, like look how much fat's on that. That's like a lot. So that's what I'm working with here. Key is little by little, then you don't end up scoring into the meat here. A lot of fat here. A lot of fat. I'm getting closer there, but still a lot of fat cap. Alright, I think that's looking fairly good. At least I'm going to wait till I cut down any further in this area, because it looks like that area's getting close. Man, I feel like I'm going to throw away like $30 worth of meat here with all those damn fats on here. This is ridiculous. Oh, got a little sliver right there. Shame on me. Alright, well I gotta be careful now because it looks like this end is getting close. Alright, I'm gonna cut the video there. I'm gonna get this all trimmed up and good, and then I'll start the video back when we flip it over to the meat side. See you then. Alright, we're flipped over to the meat side. We're gonna try and do some more trimming over here. I still have some I gotta do in the fat side, but I'm hoping that once I clean this up a little bit, it'll be easier to tell what all I got left on the fat side. So this guy is a huge hunk of fat that's gonna come off. I don't know what his deal is, but there we go. Oh, and by the way, I have a big bowl of fat there, which we're gonna make into beef tallow. Kind of excited for that. All right. Bring the camera over here, maybe you get a better view. Here we go. Just trying to get this little bit of fat off. It's just kind of hard. It's like you don't want to go too much into it and get too much meat, but a little tough. Trying to get this silver skin here, which I usually don't bother too much with, but I'm gonna try and trim it up a little more this time. I'm gonna come back for that, it's being stubborn. Well, there was a pretty good cut right there. Let's try and do that again. Coming together pretty good, huh? Look at that. Can't complain with that. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Let's try and get this little piece here. Can I get any more of this? Like, this is being stubborn as hell. Like, just come off. There we go. Alright, I'm liking that a lot more. I don't want to like cut too deep into this because this flat's pretty thin right here, so I might just leave some of this, we'll see. Alright, it's starting to come together here. Not too bad. Alright, well, let's give it a quick look here, and then I think I'm going to pause the video. Might flip it over, might do a little more on the other side. I still have to trim a little bit more up here, but we're getting there. Alright, be right back, guys. Alright, here's the final product, guys. I think I finally got this down. We got our point over here. I cut off like the extra flap, the thin one that kind of sits there. We've got our fat down to about 1/4 inch. I left a little more up here because they say you should to kind of protect the point, because there's going to be a lot of heat here when you put it closer to the, you know, the heat in your smoker. So flipping it over, we got a pretty good trim on this. I don't want to take really any more fat out. I think I got it pretty good. In here, I cut a little bit of fat out here. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. I haven't trimmed really a full brisket before, so a little confusing sometimes figuring out where to cut everything. But you can see here, this is where your flat meets your point. I got like a little bit of a cut in here to kind of have that already separated. So this is it. We will season it up in a little bit and we'll get it out there on the smoker. All right, guys, we are back. We are ready to season up this brisket. So I'm gonna do my usual little bit of mustard binder here just to help the rub stick. So you don't really have to do this, but I feel like it helps make things a little, make the rub stick a little better. We got our basic salt and pepper rub that I just put together here. Some coarse salt, some ground pepper. That's what it's going to be, plain and simple. I don't want too much. I'm looking for like a medium coat here. Hopefully I don't overdo it. Make sure to get some on the edge. Can't forget that. All right. Just get a little bit more so this is even. I think that is looking pretty good right there. All right, so I'm just gonna pat this in a little bit. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, now we're gonna flip over to the fat side. Hopefully I can do this. I don't have a cutting board that's big enough, so I have to like use this butcher paper to help me out. Big pain in the ass. All right, here we go. So after I trim this, I cut it, or I cut it. After I trim this, I weighed it, and it came out to about 14 pounds, I think. A little over 14 pounds. So we cut off about a little over 3 pounds with the trimming. All right. All right, that's looking pretty good to me. Let's even this up a little bit on the edge. Yeah. All right, so the plan here is to put this in the Char Griller Smokin Champ, my offset. We're gonna do that for, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 hours. I'm gonna start at around 5 p.m. So I'm thinking around 11 p.m. midnight, I'm hoping it's ready to wrap, and then we're gonna finish it off in the oven so I don't have to like worry about, you know, keeping the offset going all night with firewood. So that's the plan. We'll keep it in the oven overnight. I'll wake up early in the morning and we'll hold it until lunchtime. So next we're gonna put this on the smoker. We gotta get that going, and we will see you when it's ready. All right, guys, the smoker is up to temp. We are finally ready to put this big brisket on. So I'm gonna lift the lid here. I'm gonna go over and grab the brisket. I'm hoping it'll fit because I got like a big water pan in here, and I feel like it's gonna be a problem to fit, but here we go. I'll let out all this temp. Ooh. That actually worked out better than I thought it would. All right, I think we're gonna leave it right there. Push my probes out of the way here. Woo! Getting smoked out. Ugh. All right, so we're doing hickory wood today. Got a little bit of pecan, but I'm gonna do mostly hickory. I couldn't get any post oak. So we're gonna do 250 degrees. See how long it takes us till we got a wrap. I'm hoping it'll be done around midnight. So we'll see. All right, guys, the brisket's been on for about 4.5 hours now. We're gonna take a peek at it, see if it needs a little spritz from the spray bottle. Here we go. Oh man, it's looking pretty good. Definitely gonna keep it on longer, but I don't really even think it needs a spritz. It's pretty moist. I'll do a little bit up here, I guess, but it's definitely looking good. All right, so we'll wait for this to get through the stall, and then we will take it off and wrap it with some beef tallow. See you then. All right, guys, it's been 7.5 hours, little over 7.5 hours, and I think we are ready to wrap. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick peek here of the progress. Looking pretty good. Yeah, it's ready to wrap. So I'm just gonna get the camera ready over on the table here. I got some, let's just show you what we got here. Got some butcher paper laid out. I've got some beef tallow over here that we're gonna pour, you know, on the paper and on the brisket. Keep it nice and juicy. So let me grab this brisket and we will wrap it up in just a sec here. All right, here we go, guys. I poured a little bit of tallow under on the paper there. You can kind of see it on the right. And there's our brisket. We're ready to wrap. All right. Don't mind the shadow. Sorry about that. It's a little dark out here. It's been a long cook. Just make sure I get a little more tallow in here. Put a little bit on top. Why not? There we go. Looking beautiful. Look at this. Looking good. Might need a little bit more butcher paper, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do another little bit there. It's not good enough for me. There we go. All right, that's gonna be our guy. Oh, I'm casting a shadow again. It's gonna be our guy. We're gonna put him in the oven now at 250, and we're gonna put it in there overnight and hope, you know, I don't have to wake up too early when this thing's done. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, everyone, we are back. We had the beef brisket in the oven last night at around 12:30. So it was on the smoker from 4:30 to 12:30. Then we put it in the oven at 250. It was in the oven for another like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours before it was at temp, at like 203. So at that point, we turned the oven down, you know, just to hold it and keep it warm. And so from about 3 in the morning till now, it's about noon, we've had it just sitting in the oven. So we're gonna try and unwrap here. Hopefully it's not too hot, I don't get burned. And I'll just rip it. There's the first layer. All right, we're gonna try and do this. Oh, wow. Oh man, looking pretty good. I feel like I lost some bark here, definitely, because it was sitting in all these juices, but cook-wise, it looks pretty good. You know what, I do want to flip this over to the fat side though, so I'm gonna flip this. There we go. Wow. I mean, this side looks good. This fat, nice and pliable. All right, let's try and get this over so I can get some cuts into it here. It's gonna be hard on the edge here. All right, let's take one of these pieces that are here. Wow, that looks pretty good. Decent smoke ring. Let's give it the pull test. Oh man, this is like perfect. This is exactly how you want it. You want it to pull apart like under some pressure, but not be like brittle. That means this is like perfect tenderness. Oh my gosh, new taste test here. Really, really good. Let me do a few more slices here. I don't want to mess up this fat. Yeah, it looks really good. All right, so I'm gonna cut through some more of this. Try and get more over to the point here, and I might do another video, or at least give you guys a picture here in the video. All right, guys, we cut a little more of this brisket. Here is the point portion, so you can kind of see I cut it in half. Once you get to the point, looking really good, really tender. Can't complain with this at all. So in summary, This was about a little under 14-pound brisket. We did it on the Char griller Smokin Champ for about 8 hours, like I said, in the smoker. And then we did another 2 hours in the oven or so, maybe a little bit more than that, before it was ready to like cool down and rest. So that is the full beef brisket on the Char griller Smokin Champ.